Oh, you love to play. Oh, you love to play. Don't your comments won't relay. Sign is on my page for you. Oh my God, he changed. Young life, I can't see back on my. I just need some brains so I could keep myself in order.
He got problems, she got problems, only I got 411 problems. Hey, hi, what's up, y'all? It's time for another story time, and welcome back to the drinking series. Why I stopped drinking series, anyway. So this story time, I'm going to put together my experiences with alcohol at the college parties that I attended. I'm not going to tell all, I'm just going to tell a few, and they're really short, so I'm going to kind of mesh them together. If that's cool with y'all. If that's cool with y'all, hopefully it's cool with y'all. Because I think, like, they shouldn't be too long. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. Anyway, so if you have ever attended college, you will know how a college party is. Even if you haven't attended college, baby, you would know. If you were just invited. If you just happened to be invited, because like, especially with the fraternities and sororities, they throw certain parties, they throw certain theme parties, and so in your town there may be a specific thing that you're looking forward to. Now, my first introduction to the fraternity, and there's one that stuck out pretty prevalent. Even though I was pretty cool with a lot of them, I was really, really cool with like three. And it was because I had made relationships with people prior to them pledging. Now, mind you, there were some who were already pledged, some who had already like crossed over. So anyway, okay, so if you paid attention to the previous series that just finished, In Love with the Same Man, you will know that I was attending college. Now, I went to college and I went down the summer before college even started, before fall quarter. Yes, we were in quarters. Before fall quarter even started, I went down the summer before. So I went down summer quarter to get acquainted, get accustomed, get the lay of the land. Anyway, so I, again, was living with Gamer from the previous series. I was living with Gamer. So Gamer knew a lot of people. He was pretty popular. And so, and also, the summer quarter was only using one hall, which was co-ed, I think. Was they only using one hall? I think they were only using one hall. Maybe two. Anyway, the hall we was staying in was chill. Everybody was coming through. We was having a good time. And so at this point in time, I was meeting people, right? So yeah, so I'm cool. I'm accustomed. I'm getting to know people. I am being introduced. And when I'm introduced to certain people, like they're introducing me to certain people. And also, like, I'm a pretty girl and I'm fresh meat. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Anyway, so I get invited to an Omega Sci-Fi party. I'm not going to go into all details. I'm just going to give you a little snippet. This was my first college party. It was an Omega Sci-Fi party, and it was at the house. It was at a house. It wasn't at an Omega Sci-Fi house. It was at a house. It was somebody's house. I don't even know whose house it was. Was it a house? It was a townhouse. Can't even remember who townhouse it was, but we were invited. Of course, it's like, come through. Truth be told, it was more of like a kickback. More than a party. Because it was during the week. It wasn't on the weekend. It was more like a kickback. It was more like a kickback. Anyway, once I got there, I got real acquainted with We're going to give her a name. We're going to call her Cavalier. And this other girl, we're going to call her Brownie. Yeah, so I got real acquainted and was cool and was hanging out most of the time with Cavalier and Brownie. A lot. Mostly Cavalier. But if you saw Cavalier, you saw Brownie. If you saw Cavalier and Brownie, most of the time you saw me. They kind of took me up under their wing, which was cool because they had been there before. They were sophomores, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they were sophomores. So, and I was a freshman. So, we got invited to a kickback, right? So, Cavalier knew some very popular Omega Psi guys. Yeah, because if I say that, then some people going to know who they are. And I don't want to do that. So, they are very popular. Very popular. Very popular. But very cool. They are cool, laid back. And one thing about them, they are extremely smart. Don't put nothing beside them, baby. They were about their business. They work hard and play harder. Put it like that. Anyway. So we got invited to a kickback. So we went to the kickback. We showed up. And once we showed up, of course, you know, when you show up on time, it's just getting started. So it's not really a lot of people in there, so to speak. It's kind of empty. It's kind of empty. So I'm kind of like doing the lay of the land, like getting to know people because I'm being introduced to new Q-Dogs. That's what we're going to say, baby, because I'm not going to keep saying the whole name of Omega Psi-Phi. Q-Dogs. I'm being introduced to new Q-Dogs. Some are returning back to the campus, and then some are from different campuses. And, you know, like, they all mingle and hang together. It's truly a brotherhood for a lot of them. So, some are from different campuses. So, I'm being introduced to different people. And it's very imperative when you get to college to network, to get to know people. It's very imperative because you never know who can help you out at different times. You never know who knows who. Like, it's imperative to do that. Anyway. So, we're at the kickback and stuff is getting started. There's food. There's drinks, of course. And people are kind of, you know, timid because people are being introduced because it's a lot of new faces. So, once, of course, that alcohol has been passed around a couple of times, meaning shot o'clock, we done took a couple of shots. Things were starting to loosen up. Things were starting to have a good time. You know, we chicken wings is popping. We doing shots. We're dancing. Everything's cool, right? Okay, so we're laid back. We're cool. Now, if I can't speak for every campus, I can just only speak for mine. A lot of the Q-Dogs were huge on my campus. When I say huge, I mean like huge. Like just muscle for no reason. The muscle upon muscle. For no reason. For no apparent reason. Like you just had muscles just sitting. Like it was a muscle. Like, what's up, dog? Just talking. It was just a muscle. Just muscle everywhere. Just for no reason. But they were huge. Anyway, as I told y'all, like I've had a butt since I was 10 months. I've had a butt since I was 10 months. So it's like, in college, I am 99 pounds, and the biggest thing on me is my butt. Which has always been an issue for me. I used to get teased about my butt. So, of course, for some men, that's extremely attractive. I have a cute face. I have a little small frame, but the butt is extremely huge. No BBL. Straight from my mama. Anyway, that has become like the topic because it's summertime. So at the time it was Daisy Dukes. They was called Daisy Dukes at the time. Short shorts. Basically like right. Yeah. Not necessarily coochie cutters. Coochie cutters are a little higher. Daisy Dukes for me. Daisy Dukes. I can't do coochie cutters. Coochie cutters, my booty cheeks be hanging out. And I can't, I couldn't. I was just trying to get into the girly thing. So, you know. Anyway, so I got on some Daisy Dukes and a shirt, and I have on, like, I was a Reebok Classic girl, the white Reebok Classics, and my feet are very, very small. I wear a 2.5 in kids, like small kids. So my feet are a little. So I could pull off the Classics any given time, and also K-Swiss any given time. So I had on my little Classics, had on my shirt and my Daisy Dukes, and I'm cute. And we're in the, not on the floor, I was about to say on the floor. We're in the middle of the living room, like they moved the table, and we're all dancing. All of us dancing. All of a sudden, this huge dude picks me up, put me over his head, and I am sitting on his shoulders. Help. Help. Totally stunned. Totally stunned. I'm like, okay. So Cavalier like, what the I can't yet. What the heck? What is going on? Like, put my girl down. Put my girl down. They like, nah, she's so cute. She's like a baby doll. You are walking around with me on your head. So, as I told y'all, I'm an a-hole. I can be an a-hole a lot. But it's usually when the a-hole come out, it's usually I've already picked up on your plan, plot of what you doing, and it's ticking me off because you trying to play like you're not doing it, but you're doing it, and I done, peeped your little game, your plot, and so it kind of pissed me off. So I'm gonna be an a-hole towards you because, yeah. Anyway, but I'm also like the live in the moment type situation. I'm like, what can hurt? Like, I can't fight this dude. I can't fight this dude. They can't fight this dude. Let's just have a good time. I was like, no, it's cool. The ceiling fan is up higher, so I ain't got to worry about my neck being cut off and chopped off by a ceiling fan. Let's just have a good time. She was like, okay, all right. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, let me pass out the shots. So I'm passing out shots. He's holding me. We're dancing. We're having a good time. I'm passing out shots. Songs come on. Like, I'm in the air, like, I'm like, he'll say something and I'll do it, or he'll say something, he'll be like, yell this out, and I'm yelling this out, and we're having a good little time in the kickback. Girl, all of a sudden, sorry, play cousins, because it's some dudes that watch me, and mostly dudes watch me, truth be told. Thank you, I appreciate you. Y'all. All of a sudden, I'm having a good time. We're sitting there. I'm sitting on his shoulders. We chilling. We in the moment. It's a vibe. All of a sudden, this dude starts barking. Well, these people come in. Of course, anybody knows Q Dogs. That's their signature call. They start barking. So it's a group that has come in that's not from our campus. They're from out of town, but they walk in and they're barking. That's their call. That's what they do. If you know, you know. I can't do it because I'm not in the fraternity, and I'm not Omega Psi Phi. They start barking. So the new crew comes in. They're barking. The crew that was already in is barking. I'm up on his show. We having a good time. They're like, oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This kind of party I'm talking about. So, dude, I'm like, yeah, like, we having a good time. Dude turns me around. All of a sudden, like, you hear this barking, but, like, you know how a dog, it's not funny. You know how a dog is getting ready to attack? Like, you hear, like, the growling, like, the one dude is growling. Like, he started growling. I'm not really paying no attention. Cavalier was like, don't you do it. Do not do it. And I'm like, do not do what? Y'all, all of a sudden, all you heard was me saying, ah! Dude who was holding, he was like, what's wrong? Y'all, why one of the new Q Dogs came in? Why one of them bit ooh. I got a certain amount of time. Why one of them bit my butt? When I say bit, I ain't talking about no smack. I ain't talking about, when I'm saying bit, you know how a dog bite, like you, and you made that sound. Bit me on my butt. I was too stunned to speak. I swear, like, after the screaming, like, I'm sitting there. Cavalier. Brownie. Dudes that invited us, like, no, bro, what you doing? What you doing? No, what you doing? His first words was, you over 18, right? The dude who invited us, one of the dudes who invited us, he was like, bro, nah, that's little sis. You don't do that. That's little sis. That's little sis. Like, you don't do that. Don't do that. He was like, all that sticking out of you mean I can't bite it? No, you can't. No, who told you just because it's a speed bump, you may have to pass it because I'm in the air. That don't mean you bite it. Who told you to bite it? The dude who had me in the air, I know his name, but I'm not going to say his name. He was real cool people. We ended up being really, really cool. He was very, very huge. And I was like, he's like, I got you. So, of course, he picked me up over his head like a rag doll. And I'm sitting on the couch because at this point, this is my first college party. And I just got assaulted. But back then, it was like, I don't want to say it was cool. I think, like, back then, us growing up, like, there wasn't any boundaries. That's one thing I will say. Like, some of y'all be extreme, but there's boundaries. Now, it's like, do not pass go. Right here, like, do not pass go. Once you reach this mark, do not pass. Do not pass. Do not come. Do not cross this line. Don't do it. Back then, excuse me, and I'm saying that like it was 1952. It wasn't any. We didn't have a line. There was no line. There was no line. There was no line. It was have a good time, deal with whatever in silence. But at this point, of course, the dude who bit me, he had no clue. You had no clue what I had experienced previous. Now, mind you, like, I'm fresh out of high school. Like, literally graduated. I graduated June 6th. Do I want to say July I was up there? I think it literally was like 2-3 weeks. I promise you. July 6th, I graduated. June 6th, I graduated. July, I promise you, I think the very beginning of July, I was on college campus. Trying to get acquainted, trying to get stuff together, working, trying to get, like, there was no break. So, like, for me, it's like, what just happened? What are we doing? What? Am I in the Twilight Zone? This is my first party. So, Cavalier comes over, and she comes to sit by me. She was like, you okay? You ready to go? And I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Because at this point, like, I don't want to ruin your good time, but I feel uncomfortable now because I got bit in the ass. I know y'all do some things right now and y'all cool with it, but I just feel away. Like, grown woman stage, just smack me. Not bite. You don't bite. Y'all. Yeah. So that was my first experience of a college party. And I'm laughing so hard because while I'm telling these stories now, my son has binge watched my YouTube, y'all, and he was like, I don't even know who you are. I don't even know who you are. And I was like, bro, I keep trying to tell you, and I'm trying to tell anybody, your parents had a life before you. They had a life before you. So when they telling you I did that, got a t-shirt, done walked down that road, they probably did it and did stuff worse than you. And so they trying to save you from doing and repeating anything that they have done, and y'all don't listen. Y'all just want to travel. Y'all just want the trauma. So, okay. Anyway, yeah, that's the story time of my first college party. As I told y'all, we're going to do mini stories, and then they're going to be all in one. I'm just going to label it college parties. Okay. Next one. We are, as I said, dang, how can I need to give them a name. And I don't want to say that. Ooh, I need to come up with something that is just so not recognizable. Oh my God. That may give it away too. Damn. I'm trying to come up with a name for them. Just them. That's what we're gonna call them. Them was cool. Them was cool. Them at this time had moved from the townhouse, and they now have an actual house. They also have a roommate. We're gonna call him roommate. So it was them and roommate, which makes a total of 3 in the house. Okay. As I stated before in the previous mini story, they are very popular. Very, very popular, but still about their business. Still about their business. They know how to have a good time, and they also know how to handle business. Anyway, so it is in the middle of the week. I have been on campus. Has school already started? School has already started. We're in the middle of fall semester. Yes. We're in no. Yes. Middle of fall semester. I had to thinking I'm picturing clothes and everything. Middle of fall semester. Middle of the week. And one thing about them, they will throw something on the grill. Quick, fast, in a hurry. They will throw something on the grill. So, they were like, listen, we throwing something on the grill. Come on through for the kickback. Me and my neighbors are doing a kickback together. Now, mind you, the neighbors are not African American. The neighbors are Caucasian. We are like, they cool, me, Cavalier, and Brownie. As I stated, when you saw Cavalier, you saw Brownie. When you saw Cavalier and Brownie, you saw me. We like, they cool, and they was like, yeah, they cool for real. Like, just come through. It's just a kickback. We just having a good time. Just a few drinks and some food. Kickback. Okay, cool. We come through. It's like 7:30, 8 o'clock. They got stuff on the grill. We got shots. We got drinks. We having a good time. Music is flowing. And we are also vibing and being introduced to the new Caucasian people, which is their neighbors. They know them. We don't. We're being introduced. So, I don't even understand how it happened, but it went from them's backyard to the neighbor's house. So we're all inside the neighbor's house. It's dark. I guess the food is done. I don't know. But we all somehow end up in neighbor's house. It's a mesh of people. But we're outnumbered by the Caucasians because, of course, it's a Caucasian's house. And we're looking like, we thought this was supposed to be a kickback. And it was like, it was. The kickback was our idea. I'm trying to get y'all light right. That's better. The kickback was our idea. But neighbors once they called, he was like, they caught some people. We caught some people. Our people really didn't show up, but neighbors, they people showed up. They pulled up. Like, what's up? They pulled up. So, so we're all having a good time. We're all dancing. We all, you know, like vibing. But neighbors, as I stated, they were Caucasians, because I was about to say the Caucasian people, neighbors, they're kind of timid because, of course, we're there, right? And it got to a point where we're the only chocolate in the milk. Me, Cavalier, and Brownie, we're the only chocolate in the milk. So we kind of sitting, we kind of chilling, and neighbor, I don't remember his name, but he was cool. He was real cool. He was like, why y'all why y'all sitting down? Why y'all not dancing? Why y'all not, you know, mingling? Y'all scared? Y'all scared we the Triple K? And I was like, and me and Cavalier looked at each other, and them started laughing with neighbors, and we was like, that shit ain't funny. That shit ain't funny, because that shit is not funny. No, it's not. It's not funny. And he was like, you right, my bad. He was like, listen, I promise you it's chill. Nobody gonna do nothing to hurt y'all. Like, relax, chill out. We here to have a good time. It's the kickback. Let's have a good time. So we like, oh, okay, cool. All right. So, of course, the more alcohol you pour, the more alcohol you put into your system, the more relaxed you get. And so, me and Cavalier are relaxed. Brownie is kind of laid back, but kind of stagnant. She wasn't really drinking as much as she usually do with us, because she was like, I think she had a test or something. If I'm not mistaken, I think she had a test, or either she was going through some stuff. I can't remember, but I know the reason why we left out of the dorms, or why we agreed, because she was kind of down, and we all stayed. Didn't we all stay in different dorms? Me and Cavalier stayed in the same dorm, and Brownie stayed in another one, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, I think Brownie was kind of down, so it was like, okay, yeah, let's get out, let's go out to, you know, kind of cheer her up. But she was kind of laid back, like, you know, she was still vibing a little bit, but not as much as she used to. Because one thing's for certain, we're gonna tear up the dance floor, we're gonna have a good time, and she wasn't into it like we usually are. Anyway, so we are dancing, having a good time, and it's starting to get kind of late. And remember, like I said, we're in the middle of the week, so it's like people got to go to work, people got to go to class. Some of us had 8 o'clock classes. That was one thing, the craziest thing I've ever did was schedule an 8 o'clock class and will be out till 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and then be like, okay, I got to get up and go to class. I did it. If you're going to party, don't schedule an 8 a.m. class. Please do not schedule an 8 a.m. class. That's crazy. Anyway. So, it turned into a party. The party is starting to, you know, kind of break out. It's starting to get scarce, because people are starting to go home. People are starting, you know, to leave, because it's like, oh, we got shit to do in the morning. So, it's me, Cavalier, roommate, neighbor, and I would say like 4 his friends. So the music is still going. So at this point, Cavalier is really, really like turned. She's really, really turned up. She's really, really pumped up. And even to the point where people are leaving, she's still dancing. Like, she's like one of the only person in the living room. Because I was about to say on the floor, but in the living room where everybody was dancing on the floor, she's one of the only person like in the living room dancing type shit. So Cavalier is there all by herself in her own world. So roommate is like, he points, like, he looks at me, he points at her, and I was like, girl, come on, let's go. It's time to go. Like, it's time to go back to campus anyway. And I was like, I got an 8 a.m. class. It's time to go. She was like, oh, no. Like, she feeling it. But, like, we've seen her tipsy, feeling good, because she would never get to the point where she was drunk, because she was the one driving all the time, because she had a car. I had a car too, but my car was in the parking, was in the parking lot way off campus. And for some odd reason, like, she would find a parking space on campus. I don't even know how she was doing it, but she would find a parking space on campus. Anyway, she, like, it was just, like, Brownie looking at me, I'm looking at Brownie, we was like, something's off. Like, something is off. So, mind you, in this party, there is not only alcohol, there are extracurricular substances floating around. If you get it, you get it. Yeah, coca, the little guy on Mario Brothers. Stuff you put in your pasta. Edibles type, like, yeah, it's past that point. Edibles, mushrooms, like, all of that stuff. Shrooms is literally what is being passed around. I'm deterring that. Now, I don't know if Cavalier did or did not intake, but at this point, she is not acting like herself, right? So, again, party is dispersing, and it's just literally a handful of us. So there's this one boy, he's sitting on the sofa. Cavalier is going in on the floor. We're trying to get her to come on. It's like, girl, come on. We're trying to go home. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on, let's go home. Let's go home. What are we doing? She like, nah, girl. She's still getting it. Cavalier, please. Come on, let's go home. Nah. Boy sitting on the sofa, innocent bystander. She says, and of course, he's Caucasian. So, of course, she's fully clothed, y'all. Everybody is still fully clothed. There's nothing crazy. But she walked up to him, and he's sitting on the sofa, minding his business, and his business is minding him. Excuse me. She wanted to tell you have a black girl? You ever had a black girl? Now, at that moment, me and Brownie knew something's wrong. Something's off. Ain't no way. Something's off. Something's wrong. We look at roommate, we like, we gonna need some help. You gonna have to help us out. He was like, okay. Them has left, like, them is nowhere to be found. Like, we don't even see them. It's just roommate, me, Cavalier, Brownie, and neighbor, and his friend, a girl, and the dude on the sofa. Mind you, the dude on the sofa, the girl, their brother and sister. Here's how I know that. Cavalier is in the dude's face. After you done asked the question, he is shocked. And I was like, don't answer that. Because I'm sitting beside him. Don't answer that. He was like, oh, okay. She said, what you mean? And I was like, girl, you don't just ask that man his business like that. And I was like, come on, let's go. I have an 8 a.m. class. She's like, okay, one more dance. Come on, Adrian, one more dance with me. I was like, if you get one more dance, you promise you're going to leave. Yes, I promise I'm going to leave. Brownie was like, girl, no, we need to get her out of here. And I was like, at this point, she ain't leaving. If we can bribe it, we'll bribe it. If she don't leave after this last dance, we're going to have to drag her out of here. Brownie had already decided she's going to drive. Y'all, I was like, okay, one more dance. Told neighbor, I was like, one more dance, turn the music up, one more dance. She's like, bet. Y'all, the music come on. This fool plopped her butt, her ass on the white boy. White boy is being assaulted. She's fully clothed. He's fully clothed. But he asked for that. He asked for that, sir. He asked for that. I was like, oh, lo and behold, to my surprise, guess what he did? He started doing this. The sister was like, oh my God. She ran and got her the disposable cameras. As I told y'all, it wasn't no camera phones. Thank God. Because, she went and got her 35mm disposable camera. I said, Cavalier girl, they taking pictures. Oh, get this moment, Dad. Get this moment. She jumps up because I'm sitting on the side, on the sofa. She jumps up, pull me up, dance with me. I'm dancing with her. I'm like, okay, girl, this song almost over. Remember, after this song, we going home. She said, oh, okay. Girl, next thing I know, she pushed me on the boy. He said, oh, you too? She was like, yeah, that's the only way I'm going home. The girl took my spot. His sister took my spot on the sofa. She snapping pictures. It's a Polaroid picture of me sitting on the boy's lap somewhere around there. Me and Cavalier. Burn them pictures. I'm hoping whoever you was, burn them pictures. We was fully clothed, y'all. It was just a simple fact. But that roommate is dying laughing. Brownie is dying laughing. At this point, I was like, anything to get her out the house. I said, she's up. Grab her, let's go. They grab her, walking out the door. I jump up. He was like, I never had strippers dance on me. I've never had strippers dance on me before. Sir, excuse you? We're not no strippers. We go to school. What are you talking about? We're not no strippers. We're not paying our way through school. We're not the entertainment here, sir. We're not. I said, we're not strippers. We're not strippers. We're just trying to get her out the door. He was like, oh. He was like, well, I've had a great time. I looked at his sister. I was like, girl, burn her pictures. Okay. I don't know if she did not. Just the girl. It was a college night. It was a college night. Anyway, we're walking across the line. We get to Dem's house, and we're in one of Dem's bed. We put her in one of Dem's bed, and she is talking out of her head. So roommate is like, what did you take? Cavalier, what did you take? This is not alcohol. So she said, I don't know. Did I have some shrooms? I don't know if I had some shrooms. I don't know. Did they drug me? I don't know. Now, we don't, mind you, again, we have no idea what happened while you were in the party. As far as we know, you took shots. You took shots at them house. You took shots at neighbor's house. So we're assuming that you felt good. But as I said, there were some extracurricular activities going on in neighbor's house that was being passed around. So we don't know. We're not watching you every minute of the hour. We don't know. But at this point, we have decided we can't go to class. Why? Brownie would have drove home. She would have. She would have drove us back to campus. The gag is, we don't know where the keys are. We don't know where the keys are. We don't know where the keys are. So we're asking Cavalier, like, girl, where are the keys? I don't know. We're searching high and low in Dem's house. We had to go back. We had to go back to neighbors, and we like, sorry to bother you, because again, as we stated, like, the party was dispersing, and we were the last to leave from Dem's house. So it's just your friends. And we were like, sorry to bother you, but have you guys seen any keys? We're looking for her car keys. We can't find her car keys. So neighbor was like, y'all not gonna let her drive? And we was like, no, Brownie's gonna drive. We just need to find the keys so we could go back to campus. We could go back to campus because I have an 8 a.m. class. Brownie has a class in the morning. We need to go back to campus. Them is nowhere to be found. And now them worked at night. That's why they weren't there. Them worked at night. So they were already gone. Roommate didn't have a car because them would take him to class, but his class wasn't until later. His class wasn't at 8. His class was like 10, 11. So by the time them got home, they were able to take him to campus. We can't find the keys. Where are the keys? Where are the keys? We didn't find the keys until the next morning. I missed my class. Brownie missed her class. We didn't find the keys till the next morning. She finally went to sleep. She had talked out of her head. Excuse me. She had talked out of her head for a good 30 minutes before she went to sleep. And we couldn't, even if we found the keys, we couldn't get in her dorm to put her in her dorm because we need the keys. When she finally wakes up, she's asking, what was the recount from last night? Because it's like, what happened? Why we still here? Y'all haven't missed class. I'm so sorry. Like, she's feeling, she's feeling bad now because we've missed class. I missed my 8 o'clock class, and Brownie had missed her 8 o'clock class. And I really think she missed the test, if I'm not mistaken. It was either she had a test or she was feeling down, and I can't remember which one it was, but I know it was something going on with Brownie. But anyway, we was like, girl, how much did you drink? How much did you drink? She was like, no, y'all, no, I would never do that to y'all. I would never do that to y'all because I know, like, we all said, like, we would drink, we would have a good time, but we would never drink to get drunk. Y'all. She don't remember how much she drunk. If she know it happened in neighbor house, we didn't see it. We don't know if something was put in her drink. All we know is she was not acting like herself. She was wilding outside type, just wilding out, and talking out of her head, talking crazy. And literally to the point where she was talking so crazy, all of us, roommate, Brownie, and me, slept in the room with her. Like, we did not want to leave her by herself. She was talking out of her head. And that wasn't how she reacted to alcohol. So we knew it was something else. We just don't know what. She don't remember nothing. So, yeah. Yeah. We found the keys the next morning because she ended up finding the keys because she remembered where she put them. She just don't remember the party part after whatever took effect. She don't remember none of that stuff. So that's how you have to be really careful of watching your cups. If you put your cup down, do not go back to that cup. Do not go back to that cup. If you put your cup down, do not go back to that cup. If somebody is buying you your drink, you go with them to the bar. You do not let them bring you the drink and say, here. If they're buying you a drink, you buy the drink through the waitress. If they're saying, I'm going to go to the bar, you follow them to the bar. Yeah. I don't know. I know we passed 40 minutes, but I'm going to tell this last story. This one is a mini story, and I told you I was putting all these together because these are the college parties. And these are not all my college party experiences. These are just the ones that are really prevalent, that deals with alcohol, and we're in crazy situations. Okay, this particular night we go to the club, and remember I told y'all, if you watched Oh Hell, In Love with the Same Man series, you will hear me say in one part where we had two main clubs that we attended. One club, you had a good time and you were okay, it might be a fight. And then the other club, let me move the angle, y'all, because I look washed out. There we go. It's the lights. It's the lights. And the other club was, you gonna have a great time, you just might get shot. Okay, so me, Cavalier Brownie, and we call this other girl. I want to call her Shorty because she was short. No, I'm gonna call her Thickiana because sis was stacked. Sis was, she wasn't shorter than me. She was short, but she wasn't shorter than me. She was more like average. She was like 5'1", 5'2". That's probably short. Maybe 5'3". She ain't be over 5'3". I ain't gonna front. But sis was stacked. She, truth be told, it's like she was thick. Waist was snatched. She was thick. Body, like her bottom part was just right. But she wasn't top heavy or nothing. It was like medium. It was just right. It was just right. She was pretty. She was gorgeous. She was a gorgeous girl. We don't call her Thickiana. So me, Cavalier Brownie, Thickiana, we're going to Killer Club. That's what we're gonna call it, because this is a club where you might get shot. So we're going to Killer Club. It's college night and it's thick. It's lit. It's always a good time, which was a blessing and a curse in itself, because when it's a good time and it's thick like that, you knew a fight was gonna break out, and then Pop House was coming and you was gonna have to break out. So when you pull up, you have to park. Well, we will park in the back. We will park in the back because just in case Pop House break out, we can run to our car and we're in the back and we can get out. We're not stuck in like the inner part. So we park in the back, and when we park in the back, we're like chilling because did we park beside somebody we know? Yes, we parked beside somebody we know from campus. And the reason we knew of him was because of this one girl. What am I going to name her? Do I want to name her? I'm going to call her Model, because she looked like a model. She did. She looked like a model. Oh, she looked like a model. I'm going to edit that part out. She looked like a model. She looked like a model. So we'll call her Model. So we parked beside Model's boyfriend. And everybody knew Model's boyfriend was a cheater child. But she was determined to stick beside him. And I ain't even judge her, because, as I said, every woman, and if you're going to be like, never me, that ain't me, I could never, you're lying to yourself. You're lying. You're lying. And you just want to look good for everybody else, because we've all either been cheated on, unbeknownst to us, or knowing, and then we stuck beside him. We've stuck beside him, because you really want to deal with it. So at this point, Cavalier and Model, they were really, really close, but they're beefing right now because of the boyfriend. So we parked by Model boyfriend. When we park by Model boyfriend, we pull up. Model boyfriend has another person in the car that's not Model. But y'all doing y'all little one too. Y'all kissing and stuff. We ain't catch them doing nothing, but y'all kissing and stuff. No, we caught them. All right. Well, over her, like, we're staying. It's like, okay, we're kind of getting the lay of the land. We got out of the car. We didn't walk straight up to the club, because at this point, when I tell y'all it was thick this night, it was thick. And so Cavalier was like, with it being this thick, I do not want to go in, because if it's this thick, something gonna pop off, and I want to be able to get out of here. So she was like, let's just walk the parking lot. So even though the club was thick, there was also a party on the outside, because when the club is thick, most of the time we all have the same mindset. We just gonna have a good time on the outside. We just gonna have a good time on the outside. So people would bring their own alcohol, people would bring their own food, or they would order food on the inside, because you could order food on the inside, go get the food and come back out, and we, sit around, talk, have a good time. So that's what we decided to do. So Thickiana, she was like, well, I'm gonna go and get the lay of the land and go see what's going on and see if it's really packed in the club. So she went in, she was like, y'all, it's not really packed in there, it's just really packed outside. So we was like, okay, well, we're gonna go in for a little bit and we gonna, you know, just see the vibe or whatever. So when you go in at this, it's college night. So we get in free before a certain time. You just show your college ID. We show our college ID, get our hand stamp, walk into the club. We walk into the club and we're having a good time. Like, they're playing It's Boning Biggie Biggie. Like, we this is our song, and then it's another song we especially me and Brownie, we love that song. That's what we thought we was gangsters. Girl, we wasn't. But we thought we was gangsters, and we it's Boning Dangerous. Can't nobody be playing with us. Anyway. Come back to the light, Carrie. Anyway, so we're in the club. We're having a good time. We're actually dancing. Me, Brownie Cavalier, Thickiana. We having a good time. Of course, it's starting to get thick in the club. So as it's starting to get thick in the club, a fight breaks out. We like, oh, time to go. We walk outside. So we walk outside and we're standing like, it wasn't any shooting, it was a fight. Like, security's broke it up, made them leave. So we're standing. When you walk out of the club, it's like the main parking lot, and then it's like parking on this other side where it's just like grass and stuff, but we parked over there. But it's like a sidewalk when you walk through the main parking lot. So we're standing like right there on the sidewalk, me, Cavalier, and Brownie. So because we're waiting on Thickiana. So we waiting because, you know, the chaos and stuff going off with the security breaking up the fight and putting them out. You can hear the people who was fighting. Of course, you know, you can't see me. You know, they talking back and forth. They still running their mouth. Security like, yo, y'all got to leave the premises. Like, we watching the aftermath of the fight. So Cavalier looking around because she was like, it's time to go. Where is Thickiana? We looking. Y'all, this car passes by and I see Thickiana in the window saying, help me. I said, she's in the car saying, help me. Cavalier says, what? And I was like, yo, she in that car. And so Cavalier knew the car. So we're walking back, speed walking. We're speed walking to the car because it's like, yo, we need to go get her. But Cavalier was like, is he playing? Like, is he? She was like, I know him. He's playing. And she was like, you playing? And I was like, no, like, she mouthed, help me. And so she was like, nah, I know that car. Nah, they playing. Like, they know each other. They know each other. And I was like, girl, if you say so. Again, Cavalier and Brownie has been here before me. I don't know the car. Thickiana, me and her were associates. I knew of her, but still, like, you saying help me, like I'm relaying the message like, yo, because she came with us. And it's like, we're not going to leave unless you say like, yeah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So we're speed walking back to the car. Speed back and walk to the car. Remember, we parked by Model's boyfriend's car. As we're speed walking to the car, Model is calling Cavalier. They're cordial. I ain't even gonna say they're trying to work it out. Cavalier ain't trying to work it out. She good. She over it. They're cordial. I don't know the extent of what happened between them. They was really, really cool. No, they wasn't. But they cordial. So she's calling Cavalier to speak. Cavalier was like, oh, okay, yeah, what's up? So they're talking, and I'm looking like towards the car because Cavalier was like, yo, you and Brownie keep an eye out. And then she gave Brownie the keys. She was like, go crank up my car. She was like, because we need to go find Thickiana. So I'm looking at like the street to see like if I see the car or if I see Thickiana, because I'm still looking for her. So Brownie is walking towards Cavalier's car. And so Brownie was like, Angel, come walk with me. So I'm walking with her. And when we're walking up to Cavalier's car, you see the passenger back door open to a Model's boyfriend car. And you see a girl doing this. So me and Brownie at the same time say, hell no. At the same time, in unison, hell no. He says, now mind you, when we pulled up, we saw the girl. So we were Cavalier and Model has finished their conversation. Cavalier is walking up to the car. She was like, did y'all see Thickiana? We was like, nah. But we kind of giving her a look. And she was like, mm-hmm. So Model walks up and she's hugging all on the boy. And so he was like, what's up, baby? You know how y'all do. What's up, baby? You know I missed you. Oh, you was here. I didn't even know you was here. Girl done slipped out, walked away. You ain't even see her. So I know the women are white, like, why y'all ain't say nothing? Again, her and Cavalier, Model and Cavalier were close. Model and Cavalier fell out because of boyfriend. People have been telling Model repeatedly, boyfriend is cheating on you. You stand and you stick beside him. So at this point, people are not even telling you anything because you don't want to hear that he's a cheater. So at this point, there's nothing for us to say because you don't believe us anyway. We're minding our business. While we are talking about the girl sneaking out of boyfriend's car, Thickiana walks up and she's like this. And she said, why you ain't help me? To me. And I said, I did tell them that you were saying help me. And so Cavalier was like, oh, you was serious? She was like, that was your ex-boyfriend car. She was like, girl, it was 3 other dudes. They wouldn't let me out. She was like, I had to fight my way out. So Cavalier was like, I'm sorry. She's like, she did say something, but that was your boyfriend's car. She was like, we're not even together. I was coming out here to have a good time. And he was drunk. She was like, we're not together no more. She was like, and we're not together anymore because he's an angry drunk. When he gets drunk, he's very angry. He's abusive. She didn't want to be around him. And when he saw her, she had on like this cute little top. It was kind of slanted. It was one shoulder. It was before its time. It was cute. It was slanted. And then she had on some, it was biker pants tights. But like I said, like she shaped. She got a pretty face. Like she's cute. Baby, he was upset over how she looked, how she was dressed. He wasn't having it. He threw her in the car because he was drunk. Now, sober, you realizing y'all not together. Drunk, you're angry that y'all not together, and you put her in the car. So, his homeboys, I guess she said his homeboy had some kind of strike of heart, and he was like, nah, I'm going to take her back to the club. And he took her back to the club, and that's how she was able to walk up to us. But, yeah. Watch your homegirls. Watch your homeboys. Make sure everybody's in the surroundings. Like, as I stated before, y'all, like, we ain't have boundaries. There was no line. It was like, we're going to have a good time. We was going to have a good time. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever comes, comes. That's what it is. And these are the story times, many story times of instances from different college parties that I experienced. I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.